So I ended up listening to Angela Rye and the Native Land podcast people, right? I can't remember her name. I think her name's Tiffany Cross. And she mentioned about, obviously they were having the back and forth beef with the Joe Biden podcast. And she mentioned something about, like, he said we're in the era of like a lot of anti-intellectual kind of conversations are on the rise in the black community. And obviously she's talking about America, but I do think that there are some aspects in America that cross over here. And her kind of premise and the strength behind the argument was basically that intellectuals, black intellectuals, are not being pushed to the forefront. They don't get, firstly, when you look at social media, they don't get the views, they don't get much fanfare. People aren't checking for that. People don't want to consume that. And basically the idiots are running the airwaves. She didn't say it like that, but that's kind of how I interpreted it. She basically said that, like, we're now in this anti-intellectual phase where there are no black intellects that people care about. Even someone like Dr. Umar, I'm not saying he's an intellectual, but I guess in some ways he is. He's an academic as well. Someone like him, he's become a meme. He's become someone that people laugh and joke at. And I think that in the UK, we don't even have, I feel like we don't even have any black intellects. Or the ones that we do have, just like I just said about America, people aren't checking for them because it's not interesting. All we fucking care about over here is, should a man pay? Who's going 50-50? You know, fake hair. Why is this girl wearing a wig? We don't care. We don't talk about anything that actually matters. And I think a big part of it is because as a community, we are so much smaller in the UK. That's the difference between UK and US. And obviously I lived in the US for 5 years. The biggest difference is that there is just less of us. We're all clustered in big cities. We're only in London, or we're in Birmingham, or we're in Manchester, and that's it. Like, we're only in a few locations, which means our voice is not as powerful. Whereas over there, obviously they're like 12 or 30% of the population, so their input is a lot more powerful. Fucking hell, man, come on. Their input is a lot more powerful in terms of like their voice and whatnot. So our point here is that there is no point, but do we have a black intellectual class that people are checking for? If they, you know, and I'm talking more about social media, and if we do, where are they? Where can I find them? Because I'm always listening to people and people's opinions and voices, and I like to engage in discourse every now and then.